So we're going to go ahead and we are going to, I'm going to share some solutions for you about this problem. And I'm trying to get this to go. I changed the way I was presenting before. So when we go back to this problem, some students are on the playground. 23 more students come out to play on the playground. Now there are 70 students on the playground. How many students were on the playground to start with? So you should have gone through the whole read process where you read it. Then we talked about what happened in the beginning, middle, and the end. Then you had a chance to do your imagine and then decide, and now we're at the do stage. So when you think about what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of this story, hopefully it was supporting you with coming up with a situation equation. So we see the word sum, and this is not the word sum, S-U-M. So this is not the answer when we add, it's just explaining a number of students that were unsure of the answer. So you have probably learned to represent that with a box because it's unknown. So this is a start unknown. We don't know how many students were on the playground to start with. We just know that there were some. When you get into third grade, that box is going to be switched to a variable, and I'm going to use S for students. Sometimes my students say my S's look like 5, but that is an S. And then in the middle of the story, we know that 23 more students came on the playground, and now there are 70. So if you see right here, I left a spot where I didn't put my operation to solve. We know if 23 more students are coming out to play, then our situation equation would be S plus 23 equals 70. There's several different ways that you could solve this. If I wanted to stick with doing some addition, I might want to start with 23 and count up to 70 to figure out how many jumps that I made for the start. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with 23 on my number line. And the jumps that I make on my number line is going to represent that S, those students that came out on the playground. So it's kind of like we're jumping backwards here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump by tens. So 23 plus 10 is, 33. I'm going a little ahead of myself. And then I'm going to add another 10. And that would be 43. 53. And this is great practice with counting by tens, not starting at 0. 63. And then, if I count another 10, I land on 73. But we see in our equation and in our story, it said now there are 70 students on the playground. So we know 73 is 3 too many. So if we want, we just go ahead and we count back 3 to take that away. We have 72, 71, 70. And here you can see that we subtracted 3 hops. So I have to make sure that that 10, that I take away 3 from that, and that would give you 7 additional hops here. So then I can count 10, 20, 30, 40, plus that 7. So 47 students were on the playground to start with. When we have a missing add-in or the start unknown, that's this type of problem, it can be kind of tricky because if we start with sum, we always want to see those numbers in there. So you may have said, I know the inverse or the opposite of addition is subtraction. So students, or you may have solved it, 70 minus 23 equals those students. There's several different ways that you probably could have solved this problem. So what I would love for you to do is for you to record a video and show me your situation equation and your solution strategies. Maybe you solved it using place value drawings. Maybe you solved it using expanded. Just remember, in second grade, the expectation is not to use a standard algorithm. That's where we might have called that the old school method, the way that I used,
Same.
and the way that I learned how. So some of you might have heard the word borrowing, which we don't say that. I will explain more of that in another video. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see your videos and what you end up solving. And I'm trying to get out of this, so just give me one quick second and I can get us stopped. Thanks for watching.